Hey everybody, I was informed about 15 hours ago. This popped up on as a note on my blog post reporting that Oakland Mayoral Candidate Peter Liu violated Oakland hate crime law by writing constant emails of harassment, anti-Semitic language toward the directors of Temple Sinai in Oakland because they chose to only have three Oakland mayoral candidates rather than the entire group of 11. And rather than do what I said Peter should do, start his own forum or join with others, Peter went on a tirade that was of such fantastic proportions, I stepped in to ask him to stop. I am part Jewish. He did not heed my request. He did not heed my phone call directive for him to stop. He kept doing it. He kept doing it. I sent an email to Oakland Police Chief Lerone Armstrong. I did it the minute I got off the phone with Peter. And then I followed up in another message. And then I made my request more public, while others were simply asking him to stop or apologize. I followed through with what I said I was going to do immediately. I contacted law enforcement. So, according to Derrick Soo, Oakland uh, mayoral candidate, write-in now, because he got caught up in the signature snafu, and Zenny 62 media vlogger, uh, Peter told him that the Oakland police confiscated his gun. He has a Glock that he's most proud of brandishing, and now he's fighting misdemeanor charges. Yeah, I'm sorry this happened to Peter. All of it could have been avoided if Peter had simply just chilled out. I mean, Peter was on the right track. He was a unifier. He had the idea of bringing all the Oakland mayoral candidates together, an idea I encouraged and live streamed. It was a historic moment to have primarily the candidates who were not treated right, all at Jung Ha House on 372 Grand Avenue, great place for Korean food, all eating together. That's exactly what happened. Even Patrick McCullough, a legendary North Oakland dweller who was known for basically fighting a group of gang drug runners off his property in famous fashion. He shot them, unfortunately, back in 2005. But he even came. Uh, and it was a great event. And Peter paid for that. He organized everybody on the email, set up the reservations, made the adjustments, and went forward. But Peter allowed himself to get triggered in a way I have never seen before. And his rhetoric, his lack of desire to stop the rhetoric, and his intent on taunting just made the entire affair sad. I had to take action. So yeah, I took responsibility for calling the police because I informed the chief immediately. And so where do we go from here? I think Peter, first of all, I really send my condolences to Peter's wife because she stood by her man through all this and didn't want him to be in the mayor's race, as I understand it. Um, and I feel sorry for his wonderful kids who I met through the live stream. Uh, Peter has got to do better for his family. This is an awful look, and it could have been worse. Okay? I would rather take action to stop Peter now than to have something really bad happen later when then we come back with a common refrain, oh, all the signs were there. All the signs were there, right? Well, all the signs were there. We didn't do anything. Oh, hey, not this time. Okay? Not this time. I'm really sorry because I thought Peter had met his better angels. And clearly, Peter had not. Clearly, Peter had not met his better angels. But he will now, I believe. I have faith that Peter will emerge from this a better person who understands what it means to have empathy for someone else. Peter got upset, let's not forget, because there has been a habit of trying to, among the media, trying to pick and choose political leaders by narrowing the field to say, oh, we only got to talk to these three people. We're not going to talk to anybody else. That was horrible. But that's what these white-only media organizations have done. And I think Peter called himself, I guess, sacrificing himself. I don't know what was really deep in the recesses of his mind, but it went from a just concern to an unjust action. He had a just concern, but he expressed it with an unjust set of actions. Hate crimes are wrong. It is wrong to hate someone because of their race, creed, color, or sexual orientation or preference. In the United States of America, everyone has the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, so long as that pursuit doesn't interfere with someone else's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Simple equation. When I called Peter, I said, Peter, why do you like to hurt the feelings of other people? And I repeated the question because he didn't answer. I said, why do you like to hurt the feelings of other people? And then he said, well, I said, look, I don't want to hear your reason. Just stop doing it. Because we have a tendency to explain what other people do. Well, they had a reason. It's not that they had a reason. The question is, was the reason a good one? The answer is no. Absolutely not. You don't even need to hear the reason given the action. It was wrong. So there's the news. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnowblog.com. And I'll have more information as it comes in. That ends this broadcast.